whatever. Hello. This is the flower at your school today. Word. Anyways, so, one person asked, and I was bored, so I made this video. Yeah. So, if you watched, my introduction video, I'll probably do a new one soon since some things have changed. You will know that I have I'm missing a limb. There is a trigger warning here, so if you don't like, if you feel like this makes you uncomfortable, just skip ahead, or just don't watch this video. So, I'm missing a limb, my leg, my right foot, and I am going to do a story time now, because I am bored out of my mind, and one person said yes. Okay. So, when I was born, I had this thing called a port wine stain on my foot. If you don't know what a port wine stain is, I will put a picture over here. All the pictures that I'm going to be using in this video, they're going to be right over there. So, when I was born, I had a port wine stain on my foot, and the doctor said it was going to be fine, and, because they didn't think it was anything to be concerned about, which obviously was not true. Anyways, so fast forward 7 years, I was like 7-ish, 7.5, I don't know, I was somewhere 7 years old, and, I don't know what it was called, but I had this thing caused by my tonsils, the little, like, like the little balls in the back of your throat. A lot of people have them removed. So I had this thing caused by it, so that whenever I said S, I had to, like, I couldn't control. I put a T after it, so whenever I said this, it would sound like this. So I had my tonsils removed so I could speak normally. And when I was climbing into the hospital bed, I stubbed my toe on the wheel. And it was one of the most painful things in my life. Well, it was one of the most painful things that I had experienced in my life so far at that point. It got much more painful. So then the doctors are like, you're going to go to sleep soon, you're going to be on pain medication for the next few weeks, it's going to be fine, everything's going to be fine. And I was crying in agony, and my mother was like, oh, whatever, get over it, you're going to be fine soon, because she's amazing. Sarcasm if you can't tell. Anyways, so I later found out about this. Apparently the doctor came over to my mother after the surgery and said that my tonsils surgery went fine, but that we should get my right foot checked out because it was 3 times the size of my other one, swollen up. Yay. So my mother, being the amazing parent she was, ignored that warning, and we went home, and I forgot about it because so when you go under anesthesia, general anesthesia, you usually forget most of the things that happened. Around that time, I forgot stubbing my toe. I really don't remember it happening. I just remember people told it to me, and I have, like, very, very, very distinct memory. Like, not distinct, I don't remember the word for it, but, like, I barely remember it at all. I just remember that I stubbed my toe and I was crying, but, like, I don't remember anything. I don't remember what exactly happened. I just remembered stubbing my toe. It was really weird. And so I was eating ice cream for a few weeks because that's what you have to do to get your tonsils out. When you get your tonsils out, you have to eat cold foods, and I was like 7, so ice cream was the only thing my parents could get me to eat that was cold. And finally, after I was healed, I was getting ready to go to school one day, and I couldn't get my shoe on, so I decided to try to get a Croc on, and even the Crocs couldn't fit. So I went over to my mother and I was like, my shoes don't fit. And she was like, okay, let's go to the ER, get some x-rays. So this is, then we went to the hospital, we got x-rays done, and they said it was 3 broken toes. Obviously, it was not 3 broken toes. And then another person. I went around getting other opinions because it looked like weird. And some people thought it was cancer. I don't remember all the things they thought it was, but I pretty much went on from doctor to doctor to doctor to doctor for a month, just trying to figure out what the heck was wrong with me. And after like I don't know, 3 months, I think, we finally got to someone, an Australian doctor. I don't know why I'm mentioning that. I am just mentioning that he was Australian, so go Australian doctor. So then finally I got diagnosed with AVMs, arteriovenous malformation. Basically, it is a malformation where the veins and arteries in anywhere get tangled up in knots and wrapped around the bones, and it pulls the blood away from the heart and into that place, unless like the thing is in the heart, which is possible because there's lots of veins and arteries in the heart. For me, it was in my foot, and the doctors were like, okay, we can try to save it, and basically I missed 5 years of school. In short, I missed 5 years of school. Pretty much just going in and out of surgeries every other week, just trying to take out the AVMs. It was excruciating. I could barely walk. So then finally the doctor's like, I'm sorry, we can't do anything for you anymore, because whenever they removed one of these AVMs, a new one would just grow back. Now, a little information about AVMs. Usually, it's like 1 or 2 AVMs, and it's usually in the brain. I'm so lucky it was not in my brain, because I would not be alive right now, most likely, or I would be like really, really, really not okay if like lose the ability to talk, breathe normally, something like that, if it was in my brain. But thankfully it was in my foot. Anyways, then we moved across the country, and we went to New York because they had this very good hospital there, and I have to tell you the hospital name later because it's very ironic. So they have like a person who specializes in that specific thing. AVMs are vascular anomalies, which is basically like the category of what my thing fell under. Yes, it was an anomaly. That's not something to brag about. Anyway, I say anyways a lot. I don't know how to continue. Okay, anyway. Anyways, what's it called? Oh yeah, so they did 1 surgery on me there, and they're like, sorry, I can't help you. And this doctor said to me and my mother, I wish it was cancer, because then I would know how to cure it. Yay! Yeah, imagine being told that they wish it was cancer, because there is no cure for the thing I have. So then I kind of just went on with my life, pretty much on bed rest, and I had an ulcer open up on the side of my foot. I have photos of it bandaged. Here. I had basically an ulcer is when like skin peels back pretty much. If I don't want to get too graphic, my foot was decaying on my body, and I couldn't walk. And then in July of I think 2022, I believe. Not 2023, in July of 2023. I had my foot, an artery inside of my foot burst. So an artery, okay, so it's time for biology class. Settle down, children. It's time for biology, even though you probably are older than me. So you have the veins and the arteries, and the veins are the little things that branch out from the arteries, but the artery is the main thing that carries blood through your body. So when that bursts, it can be very, very, very dangerous. And it burst in my foot, and I had to be helicoptered to the hospital. Photos here, yay. I was helicoptered to the hospital, and I was pretty much given two choices there. Either I can live with my foot, but the AVMs were starting to crawl up my my leg, and they were going higher and higher up to my leg, and there was a chance that they would take over my body and I would die. So I could either have pretty much almost certain death, or yeah, this happened. And obviously, I chose to amputate my foot because I didn't want to die yet. And then about on a few months, so we did all the scheduling, all the pre-op appointments, post-op appointments. Pre-op appointments. And on January 4th, 2023, I was wheeled back into the hospital, into the OR, where I had my foot surgically removed. Here's a little video of me leaving my pre-op room. Yeah. So, I almost don't remember having a foot at this point. I have a little thing somewhere. I will So then I got this meat cowboy. This, yes, I named my leg this cowboy because when this thing is down, it looks like cowboy boot in my opinion. I can show a video on how I get my things on if you want. I don't know. And that is pretty much the story of how I lost my leg. But yeah. So this is what my foot looks like. For the two x-rays of my foot, and you could see the veins and arteries literally growing around my bone and crawling up my leg, which I'll get to later. Okay, so the name of the hospital that I had my foot amputated at was called CHOP, CHOP, Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, and right across the street there was HOP, Hospital of Philadelphia. You cannot make this crap up. So I'm going to probably put a few photos over here of me, because like a little happier photos. One of them is going to be the sunset that I saw the day before my amputation. So now I have this little guy, yes, and my baby siblings nicknamed it Pufferfish because I can do this. Obviously a trigger warning. So now his name is Pufferfish apparently. So my twin siblings claim, yes, I have twin siblings, they're baby siblings. They claim that he eats sticks and leaves. Anyways, I had to. So that is the story of how I lost my foot. And let me know if you think I should post more amputee content.